Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Ainos Incorporated just filed its 8K report, and I am seeing a key detail about their latest financial results. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company announced its financial results, and while this filing points to a press release, we can still glean some important context from the report itself. This filing is a Form 8K report, which is basically a way for public companies to announce major events that shareholders should know about. In this case, Ainos Incorporated is reporting its financial results for the quarter ending the 31st of March 2026. The big news here is that on May 13th, Ainos announced its financial picture for the first 3 months of 2026. This is important because it gives us a snapshot of how the company is performing financially. Usually, these announcements come with a press release that details earnings, per share, revenue, and other key financial metrics. Even though the press release with all the numbers isn't fully included here, we can see that the company has common stock with a par value of $0.01 per share. This is a fairly standard accounting detail for many corporations. We also see a mention of warrants to purchase common stock. Warrants are like options that give the holder the right, but not the obligation, to buy shares of a company's stock at a specific price before a certain date. When a company reports its earnings, the potential impact of these warrants on future share count is something investors often watch. The inclusion of ISO 4217 USD confirms that the company's financial reporting and transactions are conducted in United States dollars. This is standard practice for US-based companies. The term XBRL shares indicates that the company is reporting information related to its share count, which is a fundamental aspect of understanding a company's size and market capitalization. This ticker symbol, AIMD, represents Ainos Incorporated's common stock traded on the Nasdaq stock market. Knowing the ticker is crucial for tracking the company's stock performance. And here we see AIMDW, which is the ticker for their warrants. This confirms the earlier mention of warrants and how they are traded. Both the common stock and the warrants for Ainos Incorporated are listed on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC. This indicates the company is publicly traded on a major exchange. This section of the 8K filing, item 2.02, specifically deals with the results of operations and financial condition. It is where companies officially report significant financial news. So, this filing is mainly about communicating those earnings results. The report mentions that a press release dated May 13, 2026, issued by Ainos Inc., is furnished as Exhibit 99.1. This exhibit would contain the detailed financial statements, management's discussion and analysis, and forward-looking statements that are normally part of an earnings release. So the core of this filing is really Exhibit 99.1, the press release. While we don't have the full content of that press release here, the fact that it is being attached means Ainos is officially sharing its quarterly financial performance. The report is signed by Chun HSC and TSI, who is listed as the Chief Executive Officer. This signifies that the information being reported has been reviewed and approved by the company's top leadership. Looking at the broader context, Ainos Incorporated has around 41 employees. Recent news headlines suggest investor interest in their warrants, with discussions around their competitive edge and performance. Some headlines from early may mention the stock price hovering around $0.1 to $0.12, indicating a low share price and potential volatility. Institutional holders like Heights Capital Management and Booth Bay Fund Management hold significant stakes, suggesting some level of institutional backing. But the overall share count held by institutions is relatively small, as is common for smaller cap companies. While this particular 8K filing doesn't dive deep into the numbers itself, it serves as the official notification that Ainos has released its quarterly financial results. For a full understanding, one would need to examine the press release furnished as Exhibit 99.1. Without those specific numbers, it is hard to make a definitive judgment on the company's operational success or financial health for the quarter. However, the fact that they are reporting earnings is a standard part of being a public company. What I'm actually looking for is the detailed financial performance numbers in that press release to see if the company is growing its revenue, managing its costs, and how its net income looks. The mention of warrants also means we need to consider their potential dilutive effect on existing shareholders. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.